Okay, so right now we are going to learn about if statements here. Let's make a program that asks the user to enter in the number 5. Okay, so let's say print, and let's find our parentheses here and our quotes. Enter the number 5. All right, and we ask them to do that, then let's get the input. So let's say input, or let's say users number. I got to follow Python rules here. Number is equal to input. All right. So let's see how that works. So enter the number 5. I put in a 5 and it runs. That's really simple stuff. We've done this 1,000 times. Now let's learn about an if statement. Let's say if, I just want to put that over there. Okay. Let's say if users underscore number, and then we do a colon. Oh, we don't want to do that yet. We want to compare it to something. Let's say if user number, and what is our condition? Let's say equals 5. Then we want to do something. And then on this next line, what we're actually going to do, I forgot to be here. On this next line, we need to indent. So we don't need to do anything other than an indent. Our indent within Python says that what we're doing within this indent is part of the then for this if statement. So if user number equals 5, I do a tab, and then I say print. Then I'm going to say you win. Let's run it. Let's say I enter in a 6, nothing happened. Now I want to enter in a 5, nothing happened. Can somebody tell me what went wrong? We learned about it last time and the time before. When I first input something, what do I input it as? This is inputted as a string. The string 5 does not equal the number 5. So I need to then cast this to a number is equal to int of users underscore number. If I can type. And then now if I run it, if I put in a 6, nothing happens. But if I put in my 5, it says you win. So this if condition was enter the number 5. Well, let's create a little bit more context than just outputting nothing. Let's first learn about an else statement. So we need to get out of our tab in and then go back to in line with this if here. So I'm going to type in else right here. So I need to backspace and then say else. And then this one, I want to say print. You lose, sucker. Why can't you follow directions? All right, so if I say 5, it says you win. But if I put in anything else, I put in a 4 here, Eula's sucker, why can't you follow directions? Okay. Just once again, make sure you're tabbing in and you have your colons. Make sure you're tabbing in and you have your colons. I'm going to give you guys a sec to get caught up. Users over. Okay. All right. Any other questions out there? What's up?
I put in 5 and then it puts in the out.
Did you do an equal sign or an equal sign? If user equals 5, look, you have users now. It's user now. Okay. Users number. An opening and closing. Okay. All right, so that is a basic if-else statement. But just telling the user you lose sucker isn't super fun. Let's do something a little differently. Let's do else ifs. So instead of saying you lose sucker, I'm going to do another enter. And let's say else if. But we don't type in else if. We're super lazy as computer scientists, so we abbreviate it into a single word as EL, the start of else, and then IF. So our else if, let's say users number, users underscore number is greater than 5. We want to say input too high. Let's print input. Or you know what? Let's practice our concatenation skills here. Let's say users underscore number plus, and then in quotes, let's do a space, is higher than 5. Okay. Well, let's run that. Now, if I put in a 99, I put in a plus. If I put in a 99, what happened? I spelled else wrong? Right here? Should I say else if? I don't believe this shouldn't work for Python. No. This is the right syntax. I probably just did something stupid. Let's see. What did I do wrong? Because if I enter in a 5, it runs. But if I enter in a 99, what is happening? If I put in a 10. Oh, so my right here is breaking. What's happening? Can anybody tell me? I am trying to print out an integer. So up here, I casted it from a string to an integer. And then when I want to reprint it back out, I have to do some backwards casting to a string. So I could do it this way and then say a string, and then I can output and say 55, and now it says 55 is higher than 5. Do you guys get why that happens? Because I have to put it as an integer here in order to compare it with other integers. But when I want to print it out, I need to print it out as a string. So instead of saying the same variable is equal to the int version, I could say user number, or let's say user num underscore int is equal to that. And then I just do a user num underscore int there, a user num underscore int there. And then here, I don't have to recast it back to a string. I'm not wasting the system resources. The program's going to work just as well. I enter a 99, and it says 99 is higher than 5. So casting is important. We need to know what we're outputting and what we're inputting. Okay? Let's take a look at one more statement. Let's do a less than statement. So I'm just going to Control C and do a Control V here. And let's say something is less than 5. The number you inputted is lower than 5. And if I put in 2, it says 2 is lower than 5. Okay? In this condition, I have a question for you guys. Can I ever enter this else? Would I, in any possible situation, enter this else? Let's see. What if I put in help? Nope, it just breaks. No, there is no possible way for me to enter in this else, so it's almost kind of useless. Because let's see what we're comparing. We're asking if it's equal. We already checked that. Then we ask if it's greater than, which is basically 6 through infinity. And then we ask if it's less than, which is 4 through negative infinity. So therefore, we never enter in my else statement now. Okay, how do you guys feel about if then else statements? You guys feel pretty comfortable? Raise your hand if you are comfortable with them and could do an assignment. Okay, raise your hand if you'd still like a little bit more examples. All right, nobody's raising their hand, so I just assume the people who didn't raise their hand didn't want it in the first place. So I am going to finish the assignment write-up, and you guys are going to get started. I'll leave this up here for you.